Hey guys, it's Cameron from Dueling Dragons. Today for you guys, I'll be doing a deck profile of my Lightsworn Infernoid deck for you guys. I've remembered that I promised you guys a deck profile of this, so here it is. The deck profile. This was before, I guess, the break. I guess you could say before like the holiday season, or whatever. And there's this video I did for you guys where I did a duel with using this deck, and I said there'd be a deck profile coming soon. So here's the deck profile. And so for the monsters, you're obviously gonna have some Lightsworns and Fortnites here. So you can have Infernoid, Anu, Anunku, three of those. It's been a while since I've been on here actually, and they changed the names on these Infernoids, so I apologize if I butcher these names really bad. I'm bad at pronouncing names. There's Infernoid, Atondal, three of those, one Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos. Obviously, these are all fire, so I found that interesting. I thought they'd be all dark, but they're fires, so having Blaster, it's kind of in between. I mean, you might be better off without him, especially since you are banishing two fire type monsters to get him out anyways. So it's up to you. You do have cards such as Miracle Dig and Burial from a Different Dimension that can retrieve these cards back, but unless your back is against a wall, then I wouldn't suggest having him out. This is totally up to you. I just have him in the deck. He has been useful, so like I said, the fact that you're banishing fire type monsters and you need to banish monsters to get these Infernoids out anyways, it's all up to you. I choose to have them in here. You may choose not to. It's like I said, it's all up to you. You can take them out and probably put in another Miracle Dig if you would like. But anyways, for the more monsters, you can have Infernoids, Sightsamus, two of those. Two Infernoid Piatis, three Infernoid Patrulia. I don't know, I think I butchered that one. But this one's actually kind of easy to get out, since you just have to banish one, and these have to like two or three. So banishing one's really easy. Same with this one, but I feel like this one has more attack power, and you can destroy a spell or trap card. So this one I feel like is more useful than this one. And if you need him in a pinch, this a pretty good card, decent card to get out. And then for the Lightsworns, well, you know, we'll just skip to here. Infernoid Hard Medic, two of those. I felt like this one would have been better than the level 2 one. There was the level 2, I forget what it was called, but it had 2000 defense, and its effect is you get to bounce a card back. But this one you get to destroy a card, so I felt like this would be better. Of course, there are cases where bouncing a card back into the hand would be better than destroying a card, such as maybe with the fire hands. I believe those activate when they're destroyed, regardless. I'm not sure if they're effect or battle, but so there are times where bouncing them back to your hand is better than destroying a card, but I just decided to have the one that destroys cards here instead. Now for the Lightsworns, you're going to want to have two Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn, is your tuners, and all in all, you can get 4 cards in one turn off of him, so I found him really useful. 3 Lilas, mainly because you can destroy spell and trap cards, and then you can kind of set up for a quick defense, as well as sending cards from the grave to the grave, so that's also really useful. Lumina, obviously you can ditch any of these cards and then bring back a Lightsworn, and then, you know, do whatever you need to do with that. Oh, I forgot. I did actually have one of the 2000 Infernoid Antra. I kind of explained my reasoning before, but like bouncing a card back, one face-up card though, back to your opponent's hand is, like I said, more beneficial at times than destroying one. So I only have one, but if you want to, you can take out one of these and put in him, because there are times, yes, defense is better than attack, so choose whatever you want for that one. And then, of course, you can have a Necroface in here. This is really useful, especially when you're banishing your monsters most of the time. And so, being able to pull this out and then just having them all go back into the deck, and then he'll gain an attack boost. So, that's really nice. However, the downside is that when it is moved from play, both players move from play the top 5 cards of the deck. So, I mean, it's not exactly it's a big thing to deal with because it's when it's removed from play. But if your opponent just decides, I don't know, maybe deprison or something that can get in your way, but that the likelihood of that happening is not that high, especially since I don't think this card's attack will probably go up that high, especially if most of the monsters that were removed from play are your monsters and that they're Infernoids. So I mean, I probably wouldn't have that many to be removed from play to begin with. So do whatever you want, Necroface. You can have two in the deck, so uh, you can go ahead and maybe put an extra one in and maybe take out one of these. But like I said, I only like the one in there. I don't use it much anyways, but it is a very useful card to have in an Inferno deck or any deck really that involves moving cards from play. Anyways, back to the spell cards, and then all we have is monsters and spells. We have two solar recharges, of course, for the Lightsworns. One Miracle Dig. Obviously, you're gonna be removed from play cards. You're also gonna want to get those cards back. One Regeki. Ever since this card was put on the limited list, I've seen a lot of play on it on DevPro, and I know a lot of people have been playing it, so why not? There's not many spell cards I would use for this deck. There are some of the trap cards like Void, Overflowing, not Overflowing Purgatory. That's the field spell card. But there's a lot of cards you can use uh, for the deck that are trap cards, but I find that if you're gonna combine Infernoids and Lightsworns, sticking with spells would be better. Then one trade-in, these are level 8s. What is it? One level 8. So this is level 8, not these, my bad. And so they only have one in there, you can take it out. I just prefer to have it in there because just being able to draw, and I don't find this one very useful, this one compared to this one, but I just have more in here, that way I have more of a chance to get used and trade in. I know it's not very good reasoning, but you can go ahead and take this out and do whatever you want with this one. This one I don't like very much. It's this one that I find more useful with banishing, but draw power is always an advantage in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, so why not? And then two Dark Holes. This was put on semi-limited, I believe. That's how it goes. It's been so long. So why not? I mean, if you're totally wiped for everything and you have like nothing on the field and you only have Dark Hole, why not take the chance and hope for the best? Hopefully your opponent doesn't have anything and just go with a Dark Hole. Foolish Burial. Obviously milling is going to be great with Lightsworns and with Infernoid, so of course. Two Mystical Space Typhoons. Self-explanatory. Wrecking, back row. Two Void Seers. This is actually really helpful, especially since it's a quick play card, and so you are able to activate it on anyone's turn, really. And if you want to protect your Onuku, I don't know, Onugyo, this is like the beast or the boss of the deck, so this, I found it really useful, to be honest, especially since you can banish this card instead of destroying an Infernoid, so that is a really useful effect. I would actually may have preferred maybe one more in here, but I feel like these two cards are also very important. Burial from a Different Dimension, as well as Snatch Steal. This card was put unlimited, and it's just been really amazing at times. And then Burial, obviously, you're banishing cards, you're going to want to get those back. And then Snatch Steal, take control of a monster and you put it out of the field. All you're doing is increasing the life points by 1,000 to each of the standby phases, and it doesn't specify that you have to give Snatch Steal back to your opponent if this card would be destroyed. So technically speaking, you can maybe activate it, take control of one's monster, MST it, and then keep that monster. So I mean, pick and choose what you want, but they're both really, really nice cards to have in this deck. And then for the extra deck, not that much. Maybe there are some more rank 4s you may want to put in here. These are just some of the standards I felt like, and one more Level chain. Star Eater. You do have a tuner in here, so don't forget, so this can be useful. Stardust, Spark Dragon, you can get out a Raiden and get out one of this level 4 at times, so why not. And then of course the level 7s, Michael the Arc Lightsworn, Moonlight Rose Dragon, and Black Rose Dragon. Self-explanatory, you know, Lightsworns might as well. Plus you can go ahead and use Lumina's effect to get at Raiden, and then go ahead and go for Michael or any of these two. Moonlight Rose Dragon actually really helpful, especially since there's a lot of special summoning going on. And when it's special summon too, so really you can have its effect activate on your turn, and then if your opponent were to synchro summon for a higher monster or any other monster really, you can go ahead and add that back to their hand. So I mean that's really nice. And the Black Rose Dragon, basically the nuke of the field, really. You know, last ditch efforts, might as well bomb the field. And then pretty I guess staple cards to have in for XYZs. Your 101, Castell, Exciton Knight, two Lavalval Chains mainly because milling in this deck can be an advantage, especially if you don't have many Infernoids in your graveyard and you want to get them to the graveyard as fast as possible. Or you just want to maybe add a boss monster to the top of your deck as fast as possible. That is also really nice. So yeah, it's just about it for this deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Stick around for more videos. Still trying to get back into the swing of things with more videos, so hope you guys stick around for more. And this is Cameron from Dueling Dragons, signing out.